It's 6:30 and we are going to begin the workshop prior to our regular council agenda. We have Stacy Roundtree here from Grays Harbor County Emergency Management.
Thank you for having me tonight. Hannah apologizes for not being here. She's on vacation, so she'll be flying in later tonight. I'm just gonna give a brief overview of the Grays Harbor County Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan, or it's also referred to as the CEMP. And I'll highlight some recent updates that directly involve the city of Cosmopolis. The CEMP is required by RCW 38.52 and WAC code 118.30, and it follows a 5-year update cycle. It's on our on the Grays Harbor County website under emergency management, under planning, you to reference it. It's over 400 pages long, but if you want to look it up, that's where it's at. And on April 4th, 2023, the Board of County Commissioners adopted the 2022 CEMP, and it replaced the previous 2015 version. It featured significant updates throughout the entire document, including a complete formatting change. And then as of January 2025, Grays Harbor County Emergency Management began providing emergency management services to 7 cities in the harbor: Cosmopolis, Elma, McCleary, Montesano, Oakville, Ocean Shores, and Westport. And with this change, there were jurisdictional annexes that were created and added to the CEMP for each of these cities, including the city of Cosmopolis. So jurisdictional annexes represent the interests of each city by addressing the direction and control responsibilities of emergency management during an emergency or disaster of significance to the city. And they also deal with coordination, collection, and analysis of information, planning, requests for assistance, staffing, facilities management, financial management, and any other support functions that are required to prepare for, respond to, and recover in an incident. So on May 13th, 2025, the Board of County Commissioners adopted a revised version of the 2022 CEMP that included some minor plan updates. It revised the hazard rankings, which reflects the new data from the 2024 hazard mitigation plan. That also can be found on the same place on the website under planning, and the official edition of jurisdictional annexes for participating cities, including yours. So the CEMP is structured into 4 sections. There's the basic plan, which provides an overview of emergency management in the county. And then there's the emergency support functions. Currently, there's 15 of them, and those detail out how specific functions like transportation, communication, public health are handled during emergency operations. And then there's support annexes, which support that basic plan, but they might not be covered by one of the 15 specific ESFs. And this includes long-term recovery. And then the other portion of it is the jurisdictional annexes that were added, and they were adopted by each of the partner cities to cover specific needs to your communities. So your inclusion ensures we're part of a coordinated and consistent emergency response framework, and it gives you access to county resources, expertise, and support during incidents, and it strengthens your ability to prepare for, respond to, and recover from disasters. So this is just a brief overview of what the Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan is, and it's on your agenda tonight to be adopted. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm happy to try and answer them, or I can get back to you if I don't know the answer.
Is this jurisdictional annex, does this have like an added expense for our city, or?
The emergency management services did that you've already adopted in. You did that the end of last year. And so that was what the expense was. This is just once you signed on, now this is just adopting, it's annexing you into the overall comprehensive emergency management plan for the county. And then you have your own annex per per city. Each city has their own annex into it, that it has specific details like, it has your organizational chart and everything and your specific one.
That's a pretty standard, thing for folks who participated, for cities who are participating in the,
Yes, it's required.
gotcha, okay. Just curious, what is the, cost to the city to participate?
Cost for Cosmopolis was $4,665.
Thank you.
I know that we had a committee that sat with Hannah and worked on the plan. It was Justin, you, Councilman Spargo, you were part of that, as was myself, as was Clerk Barr. Who else was on that committee?
It's just us three.
Yeah, and so gained a lot of really insightful information. In the event there was a disaster, how we would reach out and support the city. Any other questions or comments this evening?
You answered all mine, so.
Anyone else?
Okay.
Okay, well, that is what we had for our workshop today. Regular council meeting will begin at 7 o'clock. So I will go ahead and pause the video for now until 7 o'clock.
Thank you for coming.